A bold red wine with a hint of sophistication, not lacking in pretension.
Yeah, that's us. Hey everybody, this is Chris.
And Kelli from the Supercalifragilistic Awesome Disney Podcast.
And we've got a special video for you today.
We're going to go through the Disney family of wines.
And we're going to start with 3 Pinot Noirs. You might remember that recently we did an episode where we talked about all the wines that you can get at Alfresco Tasting Terrace at California Adventure Park.
Yum. So these are called the Disney family of wines. And I'm saying that like in all caps. But the reality is there's no label on these that say Disney family of wines. The idea is that these vineyards in California are all owned by people who have a connection to Disney in some way. So maybe they used to work there, they were the CEO of Pixar or something like that. So they all have some kind of connection to Disney. Now you can find these wines in restaurants all over the parks, but the restaurant that you mentioned at Disneyland, Alfresco Tasting Terrace, is the only restaurant that has all of them on the menu.
Right. So we've ordered 9 bottles from the vineyards that you can sample at Alfresco Tasting Terrace. Tonight, we're going to be sampling the 3 Pinot Noirs that we brought home. So very excited about this.
Yes. So one thing I want to say right up front is this is going to be a compilation video. Some of these bottles are significantly more than what we would pay for a bottle of wine. And I have not even close to what we would pay for a bottle of wine. So I have no intention of drinking $400 worth of wine in one night. So we're going to open these 3 bottles, taste these. Once these are gone, then we'll sample 3 more in a totally different video. We'll compile them all together.
Sounds
So
good.
this isn't going to be a let's get smashed kind of a video.
Not this time.
Not this time.
So for tonight's Pinot Noir tasting, we've got 2 Pinot Noirs from Fred MacMurray.
Mm-hmm.
One from the Russian River Valley and one from the Central Coast. Fred MacMurray, of course, a Disney legend, Herbie the Love Bug, Shaggy Dog, and we've got Skywalker Vineyards, Samita, Pinot Noir. And I think Skywalker Vineyards needs no further explanation.
One thing I will say is the reason we have 2 Pinot Noirs from Fred MacMurray is because on the menu I didn't know which Pinot Noir they had. So just to be safe, to make sure we're sampling exactly what's on the menu and we're sampling from the Disney family of wines, I ordered both. I was like,
Wow.
okay, we should hashtag, we could do both.
And we are. Okay, so first up is MacMurray Estates Central Coast Pinot Noir.
All right, so let's give it a go. You swirl it and such, and I'm going to look here at the back and see what it says. This is supposedly evoking aromas and flavors of cherry and pomegranate. Our winemaker accented hints of vanilla and oak to create this Pinot Noir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we got bad glasses. I see no legs.
Well, that doesn't make the glasses bad. God. All right, so ready?
Bottoms up.
Here we go. Bottoms up. Cheers. I just want to say, first of all, we are biased. We love a Pinot Noir.
We do.
And so I think I'm going to love all 3 of these.
I do too.
This is beautiful.
It is.
I love this Pinot Noir. I hope this isn't one of the $60 bottles because I want to order more.
It is really good.
Gosh, it's good.
On to the next one. Okay, so we've moved on to the other MacMurray Estates Pinot Noir from the famed Russian River Valley. This one is supposed to be notes of raspberry, cherry, lavender, and boysenberry, whatever boysenberry is.
But clearly, like, none of the same berries. So we should be able to tell a difference in these 2.
Sure.
With our sophisticated wine palates.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, you're not even looking at the legs this time.
A little sharper.
It is a little sharper. Gets you kind of in the back. You know, that's interesting. I prefer the first one.
Yeah, me too.
I would actually describe this as having a spice hint instead of lavender. I'm not getting the lavender. I don't know what boysenberry is. What does a boysenberry taste like? But I've never met a Pinot Noir I didn't like. So
Yeah, for sure.
The second one is still a very solid option.
I would not kick this one out of bed for eating crackers.
Goodness no. Absolutely not. No.
Okay, so we've got the Semita Pinot Noir from Skywalker Vineyards.
This is a handcrafted wine that carefully blends the nuances of atmosphere, earth, and elevation. That means nothing.
It doesn't. I mean, the wine labels. The other thing we learned at the wine tasting in France was that wine labels mean nothing.
It's a marketing ploy. Yeah.
So.
So wine labels mean nothing. This is a careful blend of atmosphere and fragrance. Atmosphere, earth, and fragrance.
Which
That's nothing. That is so vague.
Sure.
Okay, let's taste it.
These don't clink.
They don't clink. You really are not into the gift we got.
Oh, that tastes like Millennium Falcon exhaust.
Oh my gosh. It's significantly better than Millennium Falcon exhaust. But you know what this would be good with? That kefta and hummus plate from Docking Bay 7.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
ought to sell this in Docking Bay 7.
That's very
Listen
true.
to me, Disney. Skywalker Vineyards, Docking Bay 7. I wouldn't leave.
That's
I wouldn't
true.
leave. If
That's
you
a
sold
really good
this
idea.
with a kefta and hummus platter, I'm there all day. And maybe that's not your ideal customer, but I would tip well. I tip well. So, favorite Pinot Noir?
My favorite was the first one, the Central Coast Pinot Noir from Fred MacMurray Estates.
Why was that your favorite?
It was smooth. It had what at Alton Brown would call a good mouthfeel. It had more of a fruity flavor than an oaky flavor, and that's why I liked it the most.
Yeah, I totally agree. That was my favorite too. It just goes down easy.
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
Yeah, this bottle is going to last about
10
7
minutes.
minutes.
I would say that my number 2, honorable mention, really close second, is the Skywalker Vineyards.
Agreed. I agree with that.
This Fred MacMurray from Russian River Valley was my least favorite. Again, it's just not quite as smooth as the Central Coast from MacMurray.
Or the Skywalker. But again, it's a Pinot Noir, so I ain't mad at it.
Pinot Noir. I hadn't found a Pinot Noir that I didn't like, but I'll tell you, here's how it's going to go down. We're going to finish this one tonight, this one tomorrow, and this one the next day. So if y'all have tried any of these wines, let us know which one's your favorite. Let us know which one you want to try the most, or even better, if you've tried one of these at Disney, let us know that, because that would be super cool.
Okay, folks, this is just part 1 of a 3-part wine tasting series that we're going to do as we work our way through the Disney family of wines, that we spoke about recently on the podcast from Alfresco Tasting Terrace. You should really check out our podcast that releases on Monday mornings. You can find us wherever you like to download podcasts. We are Supercalifragilistic Awesome Disney Podcast. But we've had a good time. So check us out on all the social medias at SCF80P on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Interact with us there all the time. Comment on this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Supercalifragilistic Awesome Disney Podcast. Ring the bell so that you don't have to go out there and download them each week. You enjoying that?
It's good. It's great. This is the Fred MacMurray, by the way. We went back to the first
Yeah, this bottle's gone soon.
Gone.
And with that, we hope to see you real soon.
So we learned, and when we were in France, that if you see legs, I see some legs, after you swirl it, that means it's going to be sweeter. The fatter the legs, the more
fatter the legs, the sweeter
the juice.
juice.
As per usual.
That sounds filthy. Maybe I should hold the remote.
I'm gonna cue it up properly. That's not. You finished your glass is empty.
Yeah. This bottle's going to be empty in a minute.
I would go from kefta and hummus to wine to that cinnamon roll that they have.
Just replace that blue milk shit with this.
God, blue milk shit. Can we say shit? No, I think it's more expensive because it's got the Skywalker name. Like, this is what he did. We've talked about that before. Like, Obi-Wan went and opened up a bar in Hong Kong after the Star Wars stuff. And Luke opened up a vineyard in California.
Man.
We talked about that.
Nobody knows what you're talking about with me.
Obi-Wan opened up the club in Hong Kong. It's in some movie. What was it? It was in the movie. Was it in a movie?
It was in an Indiana Jones movie. The very beginning of Temple of Doom takes place in what is apparently called Club Obi-Wan. And she is conflating movies with real life, with Star Wars, because it's 11 p.m. and we're drinking Pinot Noir. I'm sure.
I mean, the average person might not know who Fred MacMurray Estates is.
But we're not average.
We're not average. Obviously, we're above average. We're well above average.